how we do it.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Hold on. Bump it up.
Can't take it, doing gangsters, hold up, better, faster.
For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. I get those goosebumps every time. I need a benzo.
What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city say, what up, though? What's happening? What up? What up, though? What up? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Let me read this real quick. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Y'all heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. It's in the chat. It's in the description. You know the rest. Y'all, you know the rest. Shout out to my replay gang. Let me shout out to y'all. Leave your girl a comment. And to my Bushwatchers and everybody coming in tonight, in and out. If you could kindly take whatever finger you would like, real smooth, like real cool, like, and tizzy tap on that thumbs up button for your girl. The emojis on the right, tap on them for your girl. Share the live, become or subscribe. It's free 99. Become a member. In my opinion, you would look better in green over here. Just saying. The membership is in my description. Big M, what up, though?
What up?
What's going on with you?
Well, nothing much. Just getting started. Hi, Miss Lottie.
Lottie.
I gotta speak to Lottie first because she be on me.
Yeah. Don't let her get you. Who else? Oh yeah, me and Lottie were talking earlier here. Oh yeah. Okay. So Lottie. Okay. Real quick, Eddie. Did you like that intro video?
Who, me?
Yeah. Did you like it?
I didn't hear the intro. My bad.
Oh, okay. I'm about to show it to you.
I know, like you changed it from the last one.
Yeah. New and improved. All right, y'all ready? Hold on. I'll show you. Hey, what you think?
Yeah, that was dope. That was fire.
Thank you, Auntie.
I was dancing. I really didn't hear it. I was trying to get my two left feet to go right.
Shit. Well, you guys, really quickly, I want to tell y'all we have our first, real quick before we get into the big story. We have our first stand up. It's going into the second day. It's out in Washtenaw County, out there in Ypsilanti, y'all. Let's take a look. And so far, y'all, so good. No live streaming on this one, but Washtenaw County, y'all gonna be shook up. Your community, that they don't like crime, y'all. They're y'all gonna be shook up. They have it's going on day 2.
20 hours. That's the running count for how long the stalemate has lasted between police and a 53-year-old man living inside that home. The man at the center is believed to be armed with a sword and hiding in the home's attic. Over the hours, police have used flashbangs, tear gas, and a loudspeaker to try and get him to come out safely, but the man continues to hold up inside.
This has been happening since noon yesterday, so I think that's like 22 hours, 21 hours at this point.
Reuben, please put down the sword. and come out. We want this to be resolved peacefully, Ruben.
Washtenaw County crisis negotiators, flanked by SWAT team members, working since 2:30 p.m. Sunday to get the 53-year-old man seen here in this window outside safely. He allegedly charged Ypsi police officers with a sword in one hand and a stick in the other, according to Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office.
Right now, we're trying to use every less lethal method to get him out. We're using trained clinicians that are on our crisis negotiation team that are trying to talk him out on the loudspeaker.
The initial call coming in just after 12:30 p.m. Sunday. Police say the man tried getting into a neighbor's home. Officers then went to his West Cross Street home's door. That's when the man allegedly confronted police with the weapons. Throughout the standoff, police broke upstairs windows, used flashbangs, and even threw tear gas, the man throwing it right back.
They've been throwing tear gas all over, and so I have asthma, and it was starting to bother me. I can't imagine how bad it is for A, the guy who's in there, but B, all of the neighbors.
Police believe he's popping in and out of the home's attic, but don't know the home's exact footprint. They say they're doing everything they can to bring the man out unharmed.
I hope that he comes out of this okay, and I hope that our neighborhood is able to come together and have a real conversation about what safety looks like for us, because certainly it's not this.
The Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office says if you live in this West Cross Street area, to stay inside your home. And Ypsi's police chief also has said his officers has been called out to this home at least one time in the last 48 hours, but couldn't tell me the reason for that call. In Ypsilanti, I'm Brittany Toulis for 7 News Detroit.
This dude was throwing the fucking bombs back and throwing it back at him. Oh shit, man, this is crazy work. That's crazy out there in Washtenaw County.
Oh wait, this a new one.
Yeah, this is going on right now. It's live right now.
I was talking about the lady in
Yeah, this is going on right now. I just wanted to play that because Washtenaw. But yeah, they're still trying to get him to come out. He's throwing bombs back at him. This shit's crazy. Wow. Out there in Ypsilanti. So y'all, I want to bring to it happened on New Year's. There was a case that happened. There was some foster parents. A gentleman. He survived his injuries. He was pew-pewed in his face. His wife, unfortunately, and her father lost his life, and the people that came in kidnapped the daughter that was their biological daughter. They were fostering. So it's been a year, and this man did a little interview. So I kind of wanted to show y'all. Again, I couldn't imagine, losing my loved one, my father-in-law, and then getting pew-pewed in my face, and just crazy. And it all happened on New Year. And so let's refresh our memories and let's hear from the guy.
Swear to the facts of this horrific case. There isn't any necessity for Miss Vincent to have fun. She literally murdered a mother in front of her daughter. Was mother. The allegations are that her and her two co-conspirators drove to the home with loaded weapons, entered the home without permission, killed the two individuals in front of the minor children. The third adult survived and made it to the home next door to call 911. Unfortunately, the children were both recovered later in Ypsilanti Township. Is one of the most horrific crimes that I've seen in my career. And we're asking that, based on the likelihood of conviction, the danger to the community, that you deny her bond. The other two cases involve her apprehension and arrest with two children were recovered. And we're asking for a 1 million picture shirt bond in each of those. Her behavior, she resisted arrest, spit on one of the officers, had a weapon on her, was trying to get to the weapon after they had her in custody. So she was threatening to kill those officers. So she should not be someone that's allowed into the community. So we're asking for a high cash or surety bond on each of those cases. Thank you.
With my kids, come and y'all. Miss Benson.
Don't lie and say had my child around to death because I
Miss Benson would discuss your keeping your silent later.
neither one of them kids see
So stop lying.
now that today
More.
in my courtroom.
I need a out of here. I'm done, bro. Like I said, more. Like my baby. I'm not the mother that need to be in jail. They need to be in the mother with me. You'll see, because you'll have all the record. Them dead mother.
Pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 6.1.
They assaulted my mother child. And anybody else who do that, please. And I'm come up.
Thank you.
Damn, not she said, y'all, they deserve to, DIE and fuck those. Oh, man. Wow. Evil.
Mental health is real.
Say it again, Big M.
But once again, when they gonna get people some help? She clearly needs help.
Man, that's crazy. I can't believe. And this guy had to get on the stand in front of her. And I know she was kind of smirking and, at the prelim. I'll play the clip after this, but let's hear from old buddy, y'all. Salute to him and justice for him. And may, his wife and his father-in-law rest in peace, y'all.
I don't need to know why, because God is sovereign, and I'm just human with a lot of limitations. Over the weeks that followed, and I thought, what was their life like that they had that brought them to a point where they would make a decision to do something like that, and it broke me. I talked with my pastor and got counsel about it, and I'm actually starting to volunteer at the Livingston County Jail and helping with prison ministry. I've asked the questions, why did this happen? I don't need to know the answer. I don't know if I ever will, but just really seeking, not necessarily an answer to specifically what happened to me, but trying to just understand God in the context of He's sovereign. He's bigger than the world. He's bigger than my life in the situation, and He's good and He can be trusted. Not that I haven't questioned why, but I don't need to know why, because God is sovereign, and I'm just human with a lot of limitations. Over the weeks that followed, and I thought, what was their life like that they had that brought them to a point where they would make a decision to do something like that, and it broke me. I talked with my pastor and got counsel about it, and I'm actually starting to volunteer at the Livingston County Jail and helping with prison ministry. I've asked the questions, why did this happen? I don't need to know the answer. I don't know if I ever will, but just really seeking, not necessarily an answer to specifically what happened to me, but trying to just understand God in the context of He's sovereign. He's bigger than the world. He's bigger than my life in the situation, and He's good and He can be trusted. Not that I haven't questioned why, but I don't I don't need to know why, because God is sovereign.
That's crazy, y'all. Let's listen to him have to face her in court at the prelim, y'all.
In County, she can own 2 years old, 7.
Aggie with the wrench. What's going on with you? I know you being smooth, cool, and true. Sorry to hear that you had too far. Lottie. Wait, what?
Vincent. She is 42 years old. The gentleman in the middle is Gregory Dwight Callahan. He is 37. And the last gentleman, his name is Keith Lamar Finley, and he is 60 years old. Now, they are accused of murder. They allegedly unalived Jennifer Bernhard, 42 years old, and her father, Stevie Smith, 74 years old. They also tried to unalive Jeffrey Bernhard, who is 52 years old. The couple had a 4-year-old foster child who is actually the daughter of Siobhan Laverne Vincent. She didn't have any in-person contact with her daughter. She can only FaceTime or communicate via Zoom. According to Siobhan, she walked in the house because the door was open. Jeffrey Bernhard's account is they took his phone and his wife's phone and made them transfer money from their account to Siobhan's account. After he gave them the money, they pistol whipped him and shot him in the chest and in the head. They shot his wife in the head as well. A 9-year-old victim of kidnapping told the exact same story. She further explained that her grandfather, Stevie Smith, was shot as well while he was already laying on the floor. Finley and Callahan also abducted the 4-year-old little girl as well as the 9-year-old little girl. And they kidnapped the dog. Now, what does the dog have to do with any of this? Callahan said that they were going to take one of the little girls to sell her for money. Gots to be more careful. Now, let's check out some videos.
Check it out.
Latest on that deadly triple shooting and double child abduction. Thank you so much for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. 3 suspects are now in custody for the home invasion that happened overnight in Washtenaw County. A woman and her father shot and killed in their Northfield Township home. The woman's husband injured. 2 little girls seeing the nightmare unfold before they were kidnapped. And thankfully, those children have since been located in Ypsilanti Township and are now safe.
Well, tonight we are hearing from a relative of the 2 killed. He says his sister and her husband were foster parents. Their father, Steve, who was living with them and was also killed, was a pastor with a huge heart.
I will miss him tremendously. He was a great dad. He communicated his love for his family, both in words and in deeds. And Jenny lived to do the same as well.
The cause of the shooting remains under investigation.
Now, this incident shocking many Metro Detroiters, especially the Ypsilanti Township neighbors who witnessed the dramatic moments when the suspects were taken into custody and the kidnapped girls were rescued.
One of those girls believed to be the daughter of the victims, and the other little girl, a child that they were fostering, a biological child that belonged to one of the suspects. They are sharing their experiences tonight with 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham.
It was a night of confusion for residents here on Rowley Court as police swarmed the area. They say officers were looking into vehicles and knocking on doors, leaving many residents curious about what the police response stemmed from and saddened once they found out.
My kids was looking out the window. I guess it was a weird person walking past, smoking a cigarette, kept on walking back and forth, circling around the house. So my kids was like, Dad, they're getting closer, they getting closer. So about time that they said they getting close, I came to look. They must have ran or something, but it was cop cars surrounding the whole area right here.
Wednesday evening, Rowley Court residents say police lights lit up the neighborhood, drawing them to their windows.
It was pretty intense.
Kim Cook says she had her husband turn on a police scanner to find out what was going on.
Metro East with a BOL in relation to the shooting just occurred in Northfield Township. We are pinging the male.
Lottie, I remember you said you slipped and fell. I thought she was talking about something relevant. My bad. But I hope you're healing. And I'm always listening. I'm always paying attention to everybody in the family, you know?
Victim's phone that is believed to be taken by the suspects. It is pinging in the area of Berkshire and Sheffield in Superior Township.
A double homicide and the abduction of 2 children from a home in Northfield Township led police to Ypsilanti Township, about 20 miles away.
Can we try and get pictures or descriptions of the children that were taken?
Police approached a parked vehicle and arrested several people inside, 2 men and 1 woman.
The suspects in the car, yeah. So, and then they got the child out, and there was 2 dogs, and then they escorted them over here to the police car.
But we're told officers continue to look into other vehicles, trying to locate the other child. That led them here to the 1200 block of Lexington Parkway, a half mile away.
What are the suspect's connections to the children?
No, at least that the female suspect had a parental relationship with one of the children.
I spoke with several members of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office. They say after the arrest and recovery of the first child, officers found the second child safe and sound at the Lexington location. We stopped by that house. A young man came to the door and closed the door when I asked about the incident.
It is, extremely impressive that our deputies were able to locate and get the subjects into custody to prevent any further tragedy.
In Ypsilanti Township, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you so much, Darren, for that report. We was.
Did you fall today, Lottie? Or didn't you fall like a day or 2 ago? Or maybe you did fall today.
Hold on, wait. When did Lottie fall?
That's what I'm saying. She said we don't pay attention.
I keep missing stuff. I'm sorry.
But no, Lottie, I thought you said you fell like the other day.
I don't be watching the chat like I should.
And girl, you know, my memory is, through there. But I do care about you dearly.
I do, Lottie.
Lottie, you're my favorite Lottie Motti in the UK ever. I promise you that.
Remember the song? It's my favorite song when I was little. Lottie, Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie Dottie.
We like the party. We don't
Dang
cause trouble. We don't bother nobody.
We like to party. That was a good laugh. That was a good laugh.
But this lady, okay, this lady right here, see, I thought that she said they didn't want her to pray to God or something. These are all pastors. So what was her problem with them?
Man, she was just mad because she lost her daughter and she didn't want, that's the ultimate thing. So she can say whatever, but ultimately that's the real reason. She can say whatever.
Yeah, but her reason was, it was something else. I'm crazy, but I'm medicated though, Lottie. I'm on meds. Did that count? Thank you.
Let me go off and read, Lottie, because you be writing paragraphs, Lottie, and your girl can barely read. Corrupt.
I'm not gonna lie. I be rolling up sometime. I be smoking.
Yeah, see, Lottie, I don't see anywhere where it says you fell.
I be rolling up most of the time.
We all look crazy. It's in the chat like 55. I remember. Oh, yeah, we all, yeah, cuckoo. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Lottie, we like the party. Lottie says, if I remember, she said they abused her to the men. Yeah. Interesting. But again, this happened a year ago, so I wonder what's going on with this.
So remember she had, oh, I'm going too fast. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Remember she had wrote him on her shirt, and she was saying that the cause, it was something about, maybe she was the devil worshiper. I'm gonna go with that. And they was trying to get the girl to Christ. Because they was all pastors and stuff. So I think it was a real religious home and she was the devil. They all like they own something.
She was evil. She said, I got some Janet John books, help you, wide, big word. All right, Lottie. Take it easy on me, man. Take it easy on you, girl.
Certainly keep you up.
Siobhan Laverne Vincent.
Last week.
And case number 25.
Lottie says, yes, true, Big M. Yes, she agrees. Yes. True, Big M, 100.
See, I don't got my glasses on. I'm seeing that little chat over there. I be on the thing.
I got you. I'll read it to you, Auntie.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't want Lottie to think I'm ignoring her.
Yeah.
Okay, keep me on my toes.
Lottie fucks with you, man, so you can't be ignoring Lottie. Got to keep you on your toes, 100. You do, Lottie, you do. I like it.
F30011. Spencer, could you state your name for the record?
Okay,
Yes, you can state your name for the record.
my name is Siobhan Vincent. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Riser appearing on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon,
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Siobhan Vincent. We ask that the charges be read and we stand mute.
As to this case, there's a few cases here, Ms. White, so you're going to have to bear with me while we go through them now. Count one.
The allegations are that her and her two co-conspirators
Lottie says, if you ain't crazy in this world, we all go insane. Right. That part. Just don't cross the line.
and we're asking that based on the likelihood of conviction, the danger to the community, that you deny her bond. The other two cases involve.
Let's call the cases. People, State of Michigan versus Siobhan Vincent. Cases number 25F30011, 25FB.
This is when he had to face the woman that unalived his wife and his father-in-law. And again, watch, she has no remorse and she's just grinning at him and shit. And salute to him, man. He's a strong man. And he survived the wounds, man. Salute to you, man. Justice for your wife and your father-in-law for sure.
I like this judge.
Yeah, he don't play. I remember he was cussing someone out the other day. I was like, oh yeah, this dude don't play.
Yeah, especially when we was on Zoom during COVID. Oh my God.
Right, and out there they don't need a bunch of judges because again they only have 14 unalivings in a year. He's a very familiar face for Washtenaw County.
Yeah, it'd be like the stupid stuff they come in there for, and they be trying to lie to him. And he catch him. Oh my goodness.
When he told a girl to go put some clothes on, he be going off out of. Salute to you, Honorable Cedric.
1003 and 25FB 1002. Council, please state your appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Katie Rosworski for the people.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Please, Honorable Court. Kareem Johnson on behalf of Ms. Vincent, who's standing in my immediate right.
State your name, please. All right, thank you. You may be seated. All right, date and time set for preliminary examination. Are the parties ready to proceed?
People are, Your Honor.
You may call your first witness.
Your Honor, may I place some preliminary items on the record? Thank you very much. Court having called all three cases, my assumption is that the court is comfortable with us running all three prelims together as they're sort of part and parcel of the same investigation.
My understanding is that that's what we were going to do. I don't know, Mr. Johnson, did you have any objection to that? I thought we dealt with that the last.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, very good. That's fine.
Thank you, Judge. Also placing the court and counsel on notice that we do not intend any longer to proceed on with count 4 RNC of a motor vehicle on file number 25FB 1002. Also would like to place the court and counsel on notice that we will likely
not fun as it
add
gets.
count 11 of armed robbery, which is MCL 750.529, and that would be asked to file 25F30011. That is the homicide file, and that would be to comport with the anticipated testimony and proofs, and also to comport with the charges that were bound over for the two co-defendants in this matter.
Gotcha. You said a count 5?
11, I think.
Well, no, that was count 11, but previous to that, you said you don't intend to proceed on count 5?
Count 4, Judge.
Okay, count 4.
I said 5 on his phone.
Yeah, I don't have a count 5, so. All right.
And whenever the court is ready for me to proceed, I do have, I believe, several stipulations.
All right, very good. Go ahead.
Thank you. My understanding is that counsel is willing to stipulate for purposes of preliminary examination, and specifically this would pertain itself to counts 2 and 3 in that same file, 25FB-1002. That defendant does have a conviction for controlled substance possession of cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic. less than 25 grams. That actually is a conviction date of January 19th, 2017, and it comes from Wayne County.
2017.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that a correct statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
And Your Honor, it's further my understanding that counsel is willing to stipulate to the admission of the autopsy reports in this matter. I have marked them as people's proposed exhibits 1 and 2. Number 1 is the autopsy report for Jennifer Bernhardt, and number 2 is the autopsy report for Stevie Smith.
Is that a correct statement?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. So without further ado, I'll just do this. I will, those being marked, I will admit by stipulating exhibits 1 and 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I approach?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. I think that's all that preliminary place on the record.
Anything preliminarily for defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Lottie says, "Oh, judges, I love this judge. I watch him on 10 evictions. I see the evidence he gave on the stand. Yeah, he don't play."
Yes, it's ugly.
Thank you, Judge. Call Jeffrey
Ugly as it
Bernhardt.
gets.
Jeffrey Allen Bernhardt, P is in boy, RNHARD.
All right, you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Bernhardt, good afternoon. Do you remember January 1st? Do you remember how you spent that day?
Yes.
Where did you spend that day?
At our home,
What is that address?
2053 Albert Bend Road, Fort Lake, Michigan, 48189.
That here in Washtenaw County?
Correct.
Who did you spend that day with?
So at home was my wife, my daughter, my foster daughter, and my father-in-law.
So let's run through their names if we could.
My wife's name is Jennifer Bernhardt. Daughter's name is Elizabeth. Foster daughter is True Vincent. Stevie Smith.
On that date, how old were Olivia and True?
Olivia was 9 at the time. True was 4.
What did you guys do that day?
So that was New Year's Day. We were basically taking a quiet day at home. We had family over the night before on New Year's Eve. With 15 or 20 people in our home, had dinner, spent time with family. So it was a lot of work preparing for that day, and up to that, so we just decided to have a quiet day at home, cleaning up after the night before, and didn't do much that was significant outside of just being at home.
You recognize, sir, that you were here to talk about a very significant incident that happened that day, correct?
Correct.
Excuse me one moment, counsel.
Yes.
So could you? You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. What time of day did that?
I wonder what he was telling her. I thought she was gonna go talk to the girl in green, but and where are the other 2 dudes? They're not trying them together?
That incident take place?
No.
As I recall, it was early.
They're trying them separate?
Yes.
And okay. Yeah, it's crazy. So is the daughter still with him, do you think? Or do you think he kind of like had to give up being a foster parent?
He probably had to give up being a foster parent.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Probably because he's just not in the good mental and can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame her. I would.
But do you think that he had more? Do you think it would be like he couldn't be like, oh, I can't foster this little kid anymore, or I feel like he can't foster any kids at all. But you know, what do you think?
I don't
Oh,
think it's because he became a pastor. He's helping out people in prison, so it's not that. I think
why would he want to go to help people in prison?
I don't because it's he think he can help somebody. When you go through a traumatic thing like that, I guess, and some people in mind, they think they can help someone. They could
But
prevent.
what about the shorties?
But maybe he has his daughter, and they gave the daughter, the system right took her out of the house.
Right. Well, let me ask you this, Big M. Just hypothetically, if you know, if this was you, would you still be able to foster that child?
Honestly,
you don't have to answer. Yeah, I know it's hard. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just like to, you know.
No, honestly, I could say I could not.
Damn, that's real. I would have to say I'm kind of torn, but I would have to go on with
Okay.
you, Big M, because it's not my it's not about that. It's just like it's not
Think about
my
it. Wait, think about it. They were going to sell the kids or sell one of the kids. They were going to probably sell his daughter.
Yeah, and plus I wouldn't want just, again, this is not, this was, I was being a nice citizen and,
Yeah.
I was fostering you. I didn't adopt you yet, you know what I'm saying? And, a lot could come behind this in 20 years, you know what I'm saying? So I've already went through a big traumatic event, injuries. So like I would just go ahead and have to like be all right. We're going to have to just, be done right here. That would be just me.
Yeah, I'm saying it wouldn't be because of her. It would be the fact of I just gotta, reevaluate myself and get what's important to me, which would be my child. That they were going to, if they would have got away, I would have died. They would have got away with it, and then they would have sold my child.
Yeah, and again, I would say this: it is what it is. But that's what I would say. So anybody want to elaborate in the chat or in the replay, let us know. We just wondering, we just wondering because sometimes we like to put our, we got to try to put ourselves and to try to understand. I guess I don't know, or we don't. But me and Big M do. So, Lottie Motti says yes. Judge wanted her family moved from his family because she give witness. Hard stare. That's hard. Think about his daughter. She need hard therapy. Yeah, she was like intimidating him like this crazy. Like, but this dude's a G. Salute to you, man. Salute to you and justice for your family and prayers for y'all. And it's gonna be a long road, but fuck this bitch, man. Like, who the fuck you think you are? And I hope they give her life.
And think his daughter was 9, so she knows and understands and everything. She saw everything.
Man, that's crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. And it's just like do you really think, and let me ask you this, for the mom that's sitting, in the green in the handcuffs, do you really think she did it for the shorty?
No.
I didn't think so either. She didn't do shit for the shorty. I don't know what or really him like they
wanted some drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't give a shit about them shorties. And wow. And now look. I wish Michigan had, man, we need all this mayhem in Michigan. We need the motherfucking death chair. I don't give a fuck. Or we need the motherfucking lethal injection. Michigan needs we need the death penalty, y'all. This crazy. We need it. We need it. We need it in Michigan, goddamn it. I'm gonna write a letter. Cause this is bullshit.
I've been saying that.
Yeah, me and Big M are writing a letter, y'all.
Early evening. Pretty sure it was after dinner. We had leftovers, but at least before the girls started their bedtime routine.
So sometime after dinner, but before bedtime.
Yes.
Okay. And being that time of year, I would imagine it was dark outside.
Yes.
What did you do after dinner?
So after dinner, what I recall, the girls were just playing. We cleaned up after dinner. And, I went upstairs to do something. I don't remember exactly what. It wasn't anything that was significant enough to remember.
And did something catch your attention?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So I was in our bedroom, and our bedroom is over the garage. And in our bedroom that's attached to or in the bathroom that's attached to our bedroom, there's a window that overlooks the driveway. I heard the noise outside, so I went into the bathroom, looked out the window, and I saw a car outside in our driveway that I didn't recognize.
Can you describe the car at all? Do you recall it at all?
I didn't really get a good look looking down from above. Didn't get a really good look at it.
Do you remember what the sound was that caught your attention?
No, it was, it was obviously the car. Whether it was a car door or something like that, but I did hear something in the driveway.
So you look down, you see this car that you don't recognize. What did you do next?
So I left the bathroom, walked down the hall and walked down the stairs. And my wife was right at the bottom of the stairs near our front entrance. And I told her, I said, there's someone in their house. And we live on a private road in cul-de-sac, so it's not too often we get cars. However, her response to me was that it's likely an Amazon delivery because we still have a few things we had ordered for Christmas that hadn't arrived yet, even though it was past Christmas. So it just made sense that it was an Amazon delivery. And typically in the evenings, it was, from what we noticed, the Amazon trucks deliver during the day, and then they typically have private individuals deliver. So if there was a car or a private vehicle, it made sense that it was an Amazon delivery.
So what did you do at that point?
So that just made sense to me. So I told my wife, I said, okay, I'll go get it. And I walked through our kitchen towards the garage door. Typically, the Amazon delivery, they drop something off like right in our garage. So my intention was to go get the package and go through the garage.
And did you make it all the way to the door?
No.
Did something happen?
Yeah. So at that moment, I just walked through the kitchen. And before I was even able to put my shoes on to walk outside, I heard commotion, some noises coming from the front door area, and then I heard some screams.
Can you describe for us what commotion and noises you heard coming from the front door area?
So I heard some, like what I described as like some thuds or some banging. And then, like I said, quickly after that, I heard screams from little girls and my wife.
Can you describe those screams?
Sure. The screams from the girls didn't, we have, having two girls in the house playing, they oftentimes, are loud and screaming, so that didn't really catch me off guard. But at the same time, my wife screamed, and her scream distinctly, and I can hear it in my head right now, was a scream of horror. And fear. And I immediately knew that there was something seriously wrong.
Was anybody saying any words?
So when I heard the scream, I immediately turned around and walked back into the kitchen and saw 3 individuals in the house with weapons. And they were, yelling, get down, the typical things that you would think that people breaking into your home with weapons would say by trying to get control of the situation.
Can you describe those individuals that you saw?
So initially, as I walked to the kitchen and they were in the living room, it was 3 African Americans, 2 male and 1 female.
Did you know any of them?
So before I even saw their faces, I knew that this was, I didn't know the 2 males, but I knew the female being Siobhan Benson.
How did you know that?
So we were made aware of threats through family court as being her foster parents, that she made threats that she would come to our house and take her daughter.
So
Bonnie, just
So that was in the back of my mind, that, it was actually discussed just a few weeks prior to that in family court. So that was in our mind that there was that threat. So, so just when I saw 3 individuals breaking in their homes with guns, I knew instantly it was her.
And when you turned around and saw them, did that confirm what you had suspected?
Yes.
That individual, Siobhan Vincent, the mother of True, your foster daughter, is she here in court today?
Yes.
Can you point please to where she's sitting and tell us what she's wearing?
She's wearing, sorry, my color vision, but she's wearing a shirt with a white undershirt. She's sitting at the table.
Thank you.
Is she seated to your right or left at the table?
She's seated to my left.
All right, very good. Go ahead.
Thank you. Your Honor, will the record reflect that the witnesses both pointed to and identified the defendant?
Without objection, record shall so reflect.
Thank you. You said you saw these 3 individuals and you also saw weapons?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So I saw Miss Vincent holding what looked, I'm not a weapons expert, but what looked like it was a handgun. I would describe it as something similar to a 9mm. The other 2 individuals looked what I would describe as longer guns. Don't know what type.
What were they doing with those guns?
So, so that happened. I mean, the first interaction was them just trying to come in and control the situation. And I mean, the first thing that happened was Miss Vincent turned towards me, with her gun pointed, and told me to sit down in the corner of the kitchen, right around on the other side of the refrigerator. And so I was the first one to kind of told to sit down, and she quickly told my wife, pointed the gun towards my wife, and told my wife to come and sit next to me. And then, from what I could see, the other 2 defendants were kind of getting control of the girls. My father-in-law was in our den, which is a small room right by the front door. And at some point, they brought him out into the kitchen and had him lay down.
Lay down how?
I didn't see necessarily how they had him lay down.
Did you hear?
Yeah, I can hear them kind of giving him orders to get, to get over here and lay down.
Okay. And what about the girls? Were you aware at that point of where they were?
Yeah, they were both in the living room. And for context, our house has an open floor plan, so the kitchen, dining room, and living room are all open from one end to the other.
What happens after the defendant has ordered both you and your wife to sit down in the kitchen by the fridge at gunpoint?
Well, she stood very close to us, leaning against our stove, and kind of took control of the whole situation from there, and stayed there pretty much the whole time, and had in a very aggressive way had conversations with us, and yelling at us and accusing us of things, and doing several things throughout the night. She was also it was very clear that she she wanted to be in.
That's your speculation, yeah. Sustained.
Can you tell us what
She was saying things like, bring her to the kitchen. There were a few things she said that I didn't necessarily hear, but I remember her being upset with one of them doing something that she didn't like, and she kind of corrected them, or and things like that, telling them to go upstairs, things like
Do you know why she told them to go upstairs?
no.
Okay.
And she also, at the end of the event, there were things like my dog was right next to me because he was a puppy and he was very afraid, and she ordered them to come and grab the dog and take him outside. She also, towards the end, brought her daughter and told them to bring her outside, and she had to come get her coat and actually walk across the house to get her coat. And she ordered the two men to do those things.
Do you remember anything else she might have ordered them to do?
Not really recall.
Okay. I think you also said she was yelling at you and your wife, maybe accusing you of things. Did I hear that right? Yes. Can you tell us the things that she was saying that you remember?
So specifically, she was focused on one particular accusation related, and she was focused on her wife, accusing her of not letting True believe in God, and you know, basically calling us evil and demonic and things like that because we wouldn't let her believe in God, and you know, just calling us evil people that we were a part of the system, that that we all took her daughter, and things of that nature.
Is that true that you didn't let True believe in God?
Absolutely. The irony of it it's the opposite, because my father-in-law is an ordained pastor. My wife, up until she became a full-time mother, she also was an ordained minister of the Assemblies of God. We attend church every Sunday morning and every Wednesday night. We brought both girls to church. They were involved in kids' church and Sunday school. Every night, part of our bedtime routine is we would sit down and read the Bible and read one or two books with each girl before we went to bed. And then even for True, even tucking her into bed at night, she slept on a loft bed, and I would, either my wife or I would stand there and we would sing Christian songs to her to help her go to sleep.
How were you and your wife responding to this assault, to being yelled at and gun pointed at you and accused of things?
Judge, here's what the wife said.
Judge, any of it would be an excited utterance, present sense impression. He's there, just asking for how they responded.
Overruled.
Thank you.
Mayor, go ahead.
So, it was very, very interesting. I sat there and I remember looking, I was right in front of the garage door, and I remember focusing on the hinge of the door, and I thought to myself, and I was praying, and I thought to myself, why am I not afraid? And I was kind of surprised at the fact that I wasn't obviously I was afraid, but I wasn't terrified and afraid like you would think. And I attribute that to my faith in God, and that He was helping both of us, all of us that night. But I tried to stay relatively calm, and I noticed my wife, some of the responses that she was saying. We were trying to, in a calm way, try to de-escalate the situation and try to answer the accusations and explain some of the things that she was saying to us, that she was obviously misunderstanding something or believed something that wasn't true. And I was trying to cooperate with some of her demands related to the money, and just trying to calm the situation down and hoping that she would just leave. And my wife, my wife is probably one of the most non-confrontational people that I've ever known. She doesn't like conflict, even if it's something simple. But she too tried to remain calm and answer in a way that.
Could I offer that?
That sounds kind of fancy.
It's a little fancy.
We just drink water around here.
I have.
We're kind of the out county. We don't have sparkling stuff. They do that on the other side of 23.
That helps.
That's just my thought. But yes, if he wanted some, that's fine.
Wonderful.
Cross-examination.
Mr. Bernhardt, the neighbor's house that you went to, that was Mr. Ali Wright. When you got there, Mr. Ali Wright asked who shot you, correct?
He asked me.
Yep.
I do not recall that.
Okay. You don't recall him asking. So do you recall not being able to identify to Mr. Wright who shot you when he asked?
I do not remember that conversation. No.
This is Mr. Ali Wright that I believe works, has a security company, correct?
No. Ali Wright is actually works for the public defender's office.
Okay.
He's a public defender.
I believe he works at the public defender's office. Secondly, you weren't at the front door when these individuals came in, correct? So you don't know who opened the door, correct? And you don't know if these individuals forced.
I'm gonna say this. It's crazy. I salute to this man to sit there and have to sit there in front of that bitch who did what she did to his wife and his father-in-law, and for that defense attorney to try to fucking, salute to him for real. Shout out to him, man. Prayers to your family, man.
Yes.
Their way in the home or not, correct?
From the sound that I heard, even before the screams, it was very clear to me that somebody was entering forcefully into the home.
From the sound that you heard, it was very clear to you that somebody was entering the home forcefully. Do you remember being interviewed by the police and telling the police that you were unsure if they forced entry to the home or if the door was left open?
Well,
so that's not my question. My question to you is, do you remember telling the police that or not? Okay, so you don't remember if Mr. Ali Wright asked you who shot you in the house, and you don't remember telling the police you're unsure if the individuals forced their way into the home or not. Is that correct? Saw some photographs of some jewelry that was, I presume, to be upstairs in the bedroom. Ms. Vincent never went upstairs, correct?
Correct. That I'll say this. I did not see her go upstairs. However, I was unconscious, so I don't know where she went, where she didn't go in the house after that.
Okay, that's fair. Now, you were made aware of some complaints that Ms. Vincent had regarding her daughter, correct?
Correct.
You testified that one of the complaints was her daughter not being allowed to believe in God. Where you also told Ms. Vincent was making complaints about her daughter being physically and sexually abused at your house.
I did not become aware of the details of those complaints until after this event.
Okay, but you were aware of those complaints when the prosecutor asked you about the threats that were made and what you were told from the family court, correct?
You repeat that?
When the prosecutor asked you about the complaints and threats that were made in family court, and you told her about Ms. Vincent's complaint about True not being allowed to believe in God, you remember that? You were aware of the accusation of physical and sexual abuse then, right? When you just testified here for the government.
So I was not aware of any details of any sort of accusations of abuse that we were towards us, towards the daughter. If my testimony is this.
Well, sir, we'll figure out what your testimony is. My question to you is, just less than an hour ago, when you were asked about the complaints made regarding the care of True Vincent, did you or did you not know that Siobhan had made complaints about physical or sexual abuse?
No, not in depth, no. Sexual abuse, I absolutely not, didn't know that was a complaint.
Okay. You didn't know, or you didn't know in depth?
I did not, the sexual, I did not know at all until after all of this happened, when CPS has started, did their investigation.
But you knew when you walked in here today to testify.
So we can be clear, the question was, how did he know it was Miss Vincent? Not what he knew. So I don't want to get that conflated. Because you're asking what, excuse me a second, sir. You're asking what he knew when he answered the question. The court's understanding of the question was not what he knew in its entirety, but what he knew that he could identify the person as being Miss Vincent. So go ahead, Cal.
Your testimony is on January 1st, you were aware that there was some complaints about True being allowed to believe in God or not.
The two main complaints that I was aware of, and the only two things that Miss Vincent discussed with us that night, was us being referred to as mommy and daddy. That was talked about in family court and addressed by Judge Miller. And more recently, which was her last visit, virtual visit with True, was when she misunderstood that and made a complaint about us not believing in God. Now, the night of the shooting, Miss Vincent never mentioned anything about sexual abuse or physical abuse.
No, stop. That's twice. I warned counsel. Counsel warned you. She can step off. We can take her. Because I'm not having it.
Judge, can we approach?
Yes, you may.
Counsel approach.
I
didn't see it. Obviously, she's being disruptive in some way.
Those visits, except when the caseworker couldn't come.
How long had that been the case before January 1st?
I believe it was so the last visit happened towards the end of November, and I think that that was.
Yeah, this is crazy work, man. Shout out to him. Salute to him. I want to ask y'all a question. Let's see, in y'all opinion, is this right or wrong? In my opinion, I think it's super duper fucking wrong. Super duper real, weird. But, you know, let's see.
Thank you. Yeah, boy moms will never be in the allegations because who taught him to speak like that? Like for him to say you're looking sexy and beautiful in that tone and then go kiss her own belly, bro. First of all, you should never call anybody in your family sexy, but especially your mom. But then for him to go and like, you know, say it like that at such a young age also, like that kid is what, 6 years old? Those words should not be coming out of his mouth, right? Why don't you teach him, oh mom, you're looking really pretty or you're looking really nice today. Hell, even if it was just beautiful, that's fine. But to say sexy and then for that mom to be smiling and enjoying it all and like having the caption, oh, this is what being a boy mom's all about, that's even weirder to me, all right? Because I feel like it shouldn't be normalized to be calling your own mother sexy. And I can only imagine that in 10 years when her son gets a girlfriend, she is going to be her worst nightmare, right? Like I promise you, she will end that relationship. She will be in there every step of the way. She will not want any other girl to be with her son. Like I can see it clear as day now, because if you're allowing this type of behavior at that young of an age, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when that man moves out.
So is I don't think that's okay.
I'm from a boy mom. My kids is grown. I punch them in their throat. They come and me kiss me on my ooh, you're so. My kids always think I'm like, ooh, no, my mama no.
And I don't know what it's been or whatever, but like for me, like I'm not like I don't kiss my mom on the lips. Like I never had. I mean, I have like when I was little, but like it just I don't know. I'm just not a big like hugger. I'm not big with affection, but with my shorty, yeah, but like not even big like. But like yeah, this is fucking weird.
They said I'm beautiful. You look cute today. You look nice in that today, mama. But not
yeah, but. Man, to come up start rubbing on her saying you sexy and kissing on her, hell fuck no. Lottie, let me run it back. Is this okay? Is this acceptable or unacceptable in the UK?
Thank you. Yeah, boy moms are never beating the allegations because who taught him to speak like that? Like for him to say you look sexy and beautiful in that tone and then go kiss her own belly? Bro, first of all, you should never call anybody in your family sexy, but especially your mom. But then for him to go and say it like that at such a young age also? Like that kid is what, 6 years old? Those words should not be coming out of his mouth, alright? Why don't you teach him, oh mom, you're looking really pretty or you're looking really nice today. Hell, even if it was just beautiful, that's fine. But to say sexy? And then for that mom to be smiling and enjoying it all and having the caption, oh, this is what being a boy mom's all about, that's even weirder to me, all right? Because I feel like it shouldn't be normalized to be calling your own.
In my head, I'm thinking she's essaying this baby boy. Shit. That's where my head goes. How can she not be? Like, what? This ain't normal. In my opinion. Is this normal in the UK, Lottie?
Mother sexy. And I can only imagine that in 10 years when her son gets a girlfriend, she is going to be her worst nightmare, right? Like, I promise you, she will end that relationship. She will be in there every step of the way. She will not want any other girl to be with her son. Like, I can see it clear as day now, because if you're allowing this type of behavior at that young of an age, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when that man moves out.
Thank you.
Yeah, boy moms are never beating the allegations because who taught him to speak like that? Like for him to say you look sexy and beautiful in that tone and then go kiss her own belly?
Lottie says, Lord have mercy, me backside. No, she needs investigating. Look where her hands pushing on his man again.
You see how his head tilted though? Do you watch how the head tilted?
All right, yeah, let's watch it one more time. This is crazy work. Man, my shorty is definitely
I can't watch. I feel like watch child pornography.
Oh man. Okay. We will. Okay. You're right. But no,
his head just tilted to the side.
That's just, if I seen that, I would be looking like I'm, my face says it all. Like I be staring and shit. Like I would, I just can't help it. I would be looking like, what in the fuck is this really real right now? I don't know. You got these babies that are like what, 2, 3, still sucking on their moms. But this shit's crazy work, y'all. And I don't know. This is, in my opinion, that's not okay. That's like, again, you can't tell me that she's not doing shit she shouldn't be doing. Like, that's she's a offender, in my opinion, for sure. That is not okay. And y'all, again, I'm just thinking out here, like the title, where is the love in my Black Eyed Peas voice, y'all? Where's the love? The love, y'all. We need more love. But remember, it's all love over here, y'all. So we're going to be coming back later on tonight. And I just wanted to say, I wanted to cover him and to say salute to him, man. Prayers to him and his family and his daughter. And man, may that fucking bitch, go and burn, what the rest, how it goes. Yeah, and some more shit. But yeah, guys, it is the 5th day of the 1st month. Crazy work. We got a lot going on. It's only 5 days in. Lottie says that ain't love, it's sick. Oh yeah, that ain't love. That ain't motherfucking love. That is called I don't know what the fuck. It's called sickness. That is not
sickness. Pedophilia.
Right. At least you can count. Lottie Lottie, you are so funny. You crack me up. And then I'm gonna let y'all know about some court hearings that'll be coming up. You know what I'm saying? Your girl will be doing what she does, and most definitely ready for 123. Man, oh man, I'm so ready, y'all. I'm ready for 123. Let me ask you, Big M, do you think we're going to trial? Or you think he's taking the deal?
Most definitely going to trial.
Who's been on trial?
Lottie Marty, what do you think? We going to trial, or is a monster taking the deal? Y'all, I'm so sick about it. I can't even answer. I'm just like, fuck. I don't know which was worse because
Definitely, he's gonna go to trial. He wants a stage.
Okay, and listen, I and Big M, you know, I hear a lot of people talking, and me and you, you know, you've experienced the monster one. You live here, you know what I'm saying? But like, people just don't understand, like this could be really bad. Like it could, and this could be really bad. Like everyone thinks, oh, no matter what. No, this could be really bad. Big M says, like, I'm talking about, we might be rioting here in Detroit bad. I'm talking about, everyone's like, there's no way. What do you mean? Do you already see the plea that's on the table? How lower can you go? And I'm just saying, Big M, again, everyone's like, no matter what, he's doing life. Big M, talk to me.
I'm telling you, they're going to drop it down a little lower. I do believe. They're going to drop a little lower, but he's not going to take it. He's going to go. He wants to be on the stage.
Right.
He wants to put everybody out there.
But my thing is again, this is my opinion, y'all. I don't think the monster red rum our girl. I don't think he did. So, you know, and I feel like if he goes to trial on the red rum, he's walking. But I want to ask y'all this. If they said in the plea deal, we'll drop first degree to second degree and dismiss all other charges, all them SA charges, like, how hard of a SA charge do they have against the man? Because in my opinion, I'm like, why would they drop everything? That was the main thing they said they would take. You know what I'm saying? So why? I'm just so fucking confused. Like, and it's like, again, text messages are not a smoking gun in court, y'all. I need y'all to realize that. They're not. They cannot 100% prove who the fuck sent the messages. Yes, they can prove what phone, but they cannot without a doubt prove who the fuck sent each message. They can't.
Okay. They won't just a murder conviction, any type of murder conviction. That's all they're really focused on. Because why? The media is only focusing on Naziah, just for Naziah. So that's what they're only focusing on. They don't care about anybody else. And it shows.
What's crazy is maybe, I don't know, but again, it's just mind-boggling to me because maybe he did unalive her, y'all. Maybe he did. Maybe he fucking did. Maybe he did. I didn't, you know, like, I know we all want to believe, like, I feel like Shannon should be arrested for neglect and child abuse and some more shit from what our girl got on stand, but maybe he did. Maybe he did do it. Maybe Shannon's only guilty of the other shit. Oh, Miss Minnie from the bushes, what's going on with you? Happy New Year. Thank you for pulling up on your girl. Miss Minnie says, on some real shit, if he takes that plea bargain, they need to put that plea to tell us where she is. Man, that part, again, Miss Minnie, what are your thoughts on this? Again, because I am so torn, like, and you're here in Detroit, like, everyone just thinks, like, I've been hearing, and I'm like, y'all don't realize this monster, like, how, like, in all the corruption, how sick and real it is in Detroit. I don't know how I feel. Like, I don't know if it's better for him to take the deal or to go to trial. But I know he's a smooth criminal. I mean, the motherfucker, that's all he's good at is being a criminal. You know, he sat back. He's been quiet. He's just literally very strategic. You know, he's playing chess. I mean, so do you think, Ms. Minnie, do you think the monster butts could he maybe he did unalive her, y'all? Like, I've been so close-minded on the fact that he didn't, but, you know, now that I sit back and really think about it, I really what is Shannon only, you know, again, like, we know she's a monster, she let her daughter, and, you know, JB got on the stand and said, but, you know, in perjury, and maybe she did cover for him. I don't know, but like, what if Monster Butts did unalive her? Like,
I don't think he unalived her. I do think that he had something to do with the cover up with it and everything.
man, but it's just so crazy because it's like Shannon's in the works right now. She's working to get her shorties back, and even if they were waiting for him to be charged to come after Shannon and Annette later, like, how can they still let her be around them kids? And like, literally, if she works the system right, she'll get her shorties back, just like the one mom did that put a little 2-year-old in the freezer. They took her kids, gave them back. You know what I'm saying? These, just because CPS take your kids don't mean they're gone forever. The monster's rights were terminated, but Shannon's were not.
And that's so crazy to me.
Right. He need to take the deal and tell us where Naziah is. That's all I care about. Where is she? He's not going to make it in prison. Yeah, I know. I want to know where she is too, man. Because again, in court, they did not say, like, you know, what the defense. I mean, you know, they didn't say no talk about him talking or I'm gonna give you this information. It was nothing. It was the state coming asking, hey, we got this deal, and they respectfully declined. Like, it was I was just like, my mouth was on the motherfucking ground. I was like, wow. Because again, y'all remember, they said, we'll take all the SA charges, but we ain't taking the red rum. So that's where I'm so conflicted. This shit is crazy. 2 years, y'all. We got 4 days, man. And let's drop some hearts for our girl. We got 4 days, and it'll be 2 fucking years, y'all. And we're still over here questioning, is she missing? Is she deceased? You know what I'm saying? That's fucking sad as fuck. And then if people think that this could not end in disaster, just that statement alone I just stated, in 4 days it'll be 2 years, and we're still fucking questioning if she's missing, unalived, and we're nowhere even close to an answer. That right there could show you, right? This is crazy work. Justice for this baby, y'all. I just wanted to kind of talk about it for a second. But you know, we get that's the main one I'm ready for. I really, and okay, Big M, let me ask you this. So does Jarvis have to give something up, like, in order, like, for the plea? Like, does he have to even talk?
No.
So he could just take the plea and go to and with the mask and walk out, and then that's all she fucking wrote, and that could be done and over with.
I got.
What'd you say?
Exactly what I got. I got nothing.
I know you fucking lying.
Yeah.
Man, this again, people all around, you know, advocate not here and all, and I love them. Salute to everybody, but they don't understand this fucking corrupt here Detroit motherfucking again. Big M had to deal with the monster. Very diabolical situation. She was not okay with the plea, and the family has no say. So, you know, Big M was not okay with the plea that the Kim Worthless gave her. She was absolutely not okay, and the family had no say. Diabolical. And no, she did not get a lawsuit. You know, if you can tell them real, you know how you like to say it, because I know your shorties be around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah. What you want to ask?
You know, tell the deal that they gave that monster.
It was 25 to 50. Run concurrent, 2 bodies. Yeah.
Yeah. Diabolical.
25.
Yeah, no, not even cool. That's crazy to me. And they know it not him, Worthless, protecting Shannon. Detroit definitely corrupt. Again. There's so much. Remember, guys, they have to prove without a one reasonable doubt. Right now, we all have doubt. Me, Big M, Miss Minnie Coupons, Lottie Motti, anyone in my bushes. Each one of us right now, I can say, has some doubt when it comes to this case, and that's not good. Again, without one reasonable doubt. They have to prove. And yeah.
You see how they did in New York with the Diddy case. Everybody thought it was a.
Couldn't believe that shit. I
Yep,
couldn't.
and Detroit
5
is just
fucking years,
corrupt.
especially when Bill Cosby went down. I was like, oh yeah, this motherfucker off everything. 5 fucking years, and he's trying. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Crazy work. OJ walked, and in my opinion, OJ did that shit. But he walked. This is crazy. This is crazy work. This is crazy.
OJ did that.
What'd you say?
Everybody know OJ did that when OJ did that police chase.
But it's crazy when he caught them charges for that kidnapping shit, and it was exactly 13 years to the day he got sentenced. From when when the shit happened with his with Nicole, may she rest in peace. But again, he had all them lawyers, Johnny Cochran, that was Michael Jackson's lawyer, and he had it was all the money, and I'll never forget, he said, if it doesn't fit, you have to quit. And I'm like, this stupid motherfucker. That shit, I'll never forget that case, and I feel like this is crazy. Again, now thinking back, the prelim, how the fuck? Why wasn't Vari on the stand? Why wasn't Roxy on the stand? People that found the motherfucking clothes, that found evidence. How is that evidence even fucking able to be played in court? Because people touched that. It was tampered with. This shit is the funkiest fucking bullshit ass case I've ever even, and it's involving a child at that, and then several other children. And then what I find is, like, I don't find it weird, but I just am like, okay, we got 6 cases. We have 1 that's unalived, 5 are living, and then we have 2, AD and JB, that are his daughters. But JB is the only relevant one. The rest, AD happened in 2014. PB happened in 2015. And MJ and JW, it happened, they all were decades ago. So it's crazy to me. Like, it's just so crazy. All the shit in this shit is crazy to me. We got JB's the only relevant one. All the rest, at least, they're not 9 or 10 more years. It's been since the assault has happened. I'm like, what? PB's coming from a CPS report that was made in 2015. A report that was made in 2015. PB's charges. She was 13 when she got on the stand. It happened when she was 4. Get the fuck out of here, bro. AD was 8 and 10. Right when he got out, he started. She was his first victim, and he never stopped. He never fucking stopped. You can't tell me all them years in between. He didn't, he's got that little clear record. No, he never fucking stopped. He was a serial pedophile.
He just had long-term people. He had Nazir since she was, we don't know what age, his own daughters.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just doing it to random people with kids that come to parties. That's crazy.
And just think, y'all, again, remember, we heard in the transcripts, the monster didn't even look at his daughter, which, again, I don't even think he should. But again, the coward hasn't looked up since. If you watch him, he only looks up when they say certain things, like weird shit, like, I don't know. But again, we're not going to go there. But like, and it's like, dog, I don't know. Like, again, the judge said you couldn't even look at her. Maybe look at her back when she's walking out, like, and be remorseful, or don't even do it because you're a fucking nasty monster. I'm torn. So I don't know, the judge saying that, I don't know why he said that, because he's not a fucking father. The fuck? He's not supposed to look at her. I mean, in my opinion. So I wasn't like, I found that kind of weird. I found that kind of weird in my opinion. Like, he did the right thing by keeping his head down. And then again, we're dealing with, you know, one victim that's relevant. That story has already changed a couple times, but I do believe JB. And then we have these 4 other victims that have the assault happened, you know, a decade ago. Like, how are they going to be able to tell the same story? It's just, this shit is crazy. This shit's crazy. And I think it's crazy because remember, Kim Worthless came out here twice, y'all. In the second press conference, she said, any victims out there, please come forward. And then we, boom, 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 victim after victim after victim. But again, all these victims, this shit happened 10 years ago, y'all. Again, I am very nervous. I can say this, you know, a lot of, again, because I know a lot of shit that's happened here in Detroit. And no matter what, people are like, no matter what, he's going down for life. Nah, y'all better get hit. Y'all, have y'all ever heard of a mistrial? Have y'all ever heard of a fucking reasonable doubt? Huh? Have y'all heard of Kim Worthless does what the fuck she wants? Oh, okay. So, we need to pray. We need justice. I just know, am I wrong? A Big M? Shit, stop me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, I got to kind of sort of disagree with you a little bit. I think they're going to go to trial, and I think it's going to be kind of like the New Jack City trial when Nino Brown gets on stand and say it's bigger than me, it's this person, this person, is this person. That's what Jarvis is going to do. He's going to come out, he's going to tell on people to save himself. Because the deal that they even offer him is still 40 years. It's still life. So he's taking a gamble. Either way it go, he's going to get life.
Right, because then that brings up all the SA charges back up for a case ending in 218, which is our girl.
He don't care. If he's going to go, he's going to go down with everybody else. He been talking on the phone because everybody know the phones are recorded.
Miss Minnie said, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You said the phones are recorded?
Yes, everybody know the phones are recorded. It tells you throughout the conversation. So he's talking for a reason.
Miss Minnie says he definitely ain't going away for life. Not here in Detroit. Hell, they don't even put murderers away for life. Damn.
That part.
So I mean, again, I'm gonna stand. We can, you know, I love you, Big M. We've disagreed before, and we can, you know, I'm gonna stand on what I said. And again, that was a very, very good point. So y'all, we need to pray, and in my opinion, we definitely need to pray. And let's drop. Even ours are recorded. What Aggie with the red?
Because yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, y'all. But
the
listen,
video things are recorded too. So if he think it's recorded.
But listen, look at King. Look at everything he said. Even his body language when they said we're about to play the phone call, he was like, he shook his head like motherfucker. Like I've watched the prelim so many times. This motherfucker is locked up in Oakland County fighting some other shit, some another gun charge, some love triangle shit. Not even fucking worried about this case.
King ain't going nowhere. See, King ain't going nowhere. They know King ain't going nowhere.
Right. Right, like White Boy Rick. Look, they give drug dealers more time than the person who murdered somebody. Like White Boy Rick.
Exactly.
So again, in my opinion, I'm nervous. Everybody's like, oh, no matter what. No. I'm nervous. And again, remember, let me ask you this, Big M and Miss Me, because you're in the Detroit. Do you think they want to spend this fucking money on this fucking trial? You know how much money this is about to cost, Worthless? Come on now.
Well, see, unfortunately for him. We just got a new mayor in Detroit, a black female. That this case didn't get record attention. That I do believe, and I hope and I pray that she's going to take this case up under her wing because it's so dear to everybody in the city of Detroit.
And you know, I can play the clip, y'all. I think Kim Worthless might be in some hot water right now. So pray to God I'll be at every hearing. I hope they lock that motherfucking bitch up. That bitch deserves it. But that allegedly, but a lot of money for the workers to pay for it. Yeah. Again, and I was thinking about it when I heard Miss Minnie says no, they don't. When I was thinking about Shannon Jones describing the search, just the search alone, the 7, however many Shannon said, and they were doing the they had to break through the logs in the river and shit. Do you know how much money that cost them? Again, they don't like to spend their fucking money. And then they're going to steal from us. And then, you know, the corrupt shit or whatever, we ain't going there. But do you know how much money they've already spent? Just on that River Rouge search.
How much?
I don't know, but I'm assuming a lot. That shit, I mean, to the dogs and the boats and
That's why somebody got to be held accountable for this.
Man, for real. Again, it's maybe that, and again, I was thinking too, maybe that's why the state did it, because you know, like they're like, fuck, it's cutting into our motherfucking our vacation money, shit, like fuck it, like that's how corrupt motherfuckers roll. Like this shit is scary, like not scary, it's concerning, and it's crazy because again, people that aren't here in Detroit don't really really know, like again, like Big M, you lived it. You know, Miss Minnie's agreeing like this shit could go real left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking like it's already went way left, in my opinion. Everything we've heard, all this evidence, slam fucking dunk case for you to turn around and say fucking 40 to 80 run concurrent. Miss me with that bullshit. Slam dunk my ass, you lying ass fuckers. I'm just blown away. And again, we gonna see. But I appreciate y'all chiming in and pulling up. We gonna end it like we always do. Good old Winnie the Poohski, Christopher Robin. You know, you're smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're stronger than you seem. You know, I feel it in my heart every time, in my soul. Lottie says, oh no, Jay. Roxy says she find all the evidence. Oh, Bucket on that clout begging again. Yeah. And some more shit, y'all. Yeah, Lottie, I hear you. So yeah, when we check out, make sure y'all check out my outro video. Let me know what you think. But you know, remember, thanks for pulling up on your girl. If you forgot to hit that thumbs up button, please do. You know, and remember, it's all love, y'all. And remember, be smooth, cool, and true. Big M.
Oh, peace.
Peace. All right, y'all. We'll be back later. Check out my outro video. Salute, salute, salute.
This is how we do it. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Hold on. Bump it up. Doing things that harder, better, faster. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. I get those goosebumps every time. I need a big